so I am trying to catch up for the April Chakra Divination Challenge by Shuffling Fate on Instagram. We are doing the Heart Chakra. Yay! And I went ahead and pulled my 4 cards, so I'm using my Star Child Tarot still, which I will be continue using for the rest of this challenge because it has been so amazing. I mean, it's made me tear up and get super emotional, so we're going to stick with it. So let me show you some of the prompts, and I'll show you some of the crystals and things I do for the heart chakra, because unlike the first 3 chakras, the heart chakra is like where I really have focused, and heart chakra, my throat, and my third eye. Those are like the 3 that I've focused on developing more. So anyway, or keeping open, maintaining openness. So the first prompt is love yourself when, and I pulled the 6 of crystals. And before reading the message, I know this is all about connecting, finding community, finding your people, finding your tribe, and also being comfortable in the giving and receiving, because I feel like we're always in a receptive and a giving state. If you think about it, I mean, no matter what situation I'm in, I'm always in a place to be able to give to others, but I'm also always in a place that I, kind of like we all need to receive as well. Like the flow needs to go both ways constantly, and love myself in any phase of that, wherever I'm at. Like if I feel like I'm needing more support, then I'm like comfortable with, like being comfortable with that, still loving myself, like when I do need an extra hand. I mean, I have a toddler, I have a business, like sometimes I need extra help, and not apologizing for that. Or when I am in a great place, knowing maybe I probably still need receiving of some sort, and whatever. So being able to receive and give in friendships and love relationships and family connections and all kinds of connections and work and nature, right? I don't know, loving myself in that flow state of wherever I'm at, because it's constantly changing, right? Sometimes I feel like I'm on top of the world, sometimes I feel like I'm not, and still loving myself in that. So let me read you the message. Crystals. Right. In case this resonates for anybody. So okay, the 6 of crystals indicates a state of balance and abundance in your life. You recognize the value of your relationships, spirituality, and the mutual benefit of loving support of others. This is also a time for inner growth and prosperity. You have risen to the occasion and can now look back on the choices you have made that have led to your state of knowing. How will you move up from here? Opportunities, gifts, or rewards may be closer than you think. So yeah, loving myself. New opportunities, career, philanthropy, generosity, prosperity, advancements, growth, and abundance. Also, for the shadow message, if you're being generous with others in some way, be careful that you're not being taken advantage of. It can indicate a need to maintain a sense of selflessness with your generosity. Are there motives behind what you are doing, or are you working from a place of love? This could be an imbalance of energy of some sort. So, maintain the balance of giving as much as you receive. So if you're doing one, you can't, obviously, if you're all give and you're not comfortable with receiving, that's not going to be good for your heart chakra, right? It's going to be imbalanced, which I usually lean towards that, but being very, very generous. So I always want to take care of my friends and family, so learning to be okay with receiving that love back. And also like when you have gone through some really difficult times, and in my case I had family there when I was prepared to just be an island and not need support, and just push through. But through my hard times, I had family there and friends there that had helped me so much. And I especially now that I'm in a better place, I can look back on that and just be so grateful that, like, at some really massive low points, I had family there when I really needed somebody. Even though I was like, no, I can do it on my own. Like, no, looking back, I really needed their help, and I needed that love from them. And I'm so grateful for it. So, and also it just makes me like, you know, try to remember to say, you know, thank you. Like, thank you so much for being there during those really hard times. And also enjoying those same people in the good times too. But I remember thanking some of my girlfriends and they're just like, we didn't do anything, you know. I'm like, you're welcome, but we really didn't do anything. I'm like, no, what you did, even if it wasn't like a lot, was huge. It was so huge for me. It was, you know, like them being a light in the darkness. So yeah. So yeah, still like loving ourselves in whatever our situation is, whatever, however much support we need, and being okay to admit, like, sometimes we need some assistance. Sometimes we do need the extra support and love and guidance and peace, you know, like a lot of that, like when you're receiving that support and not just being the one that gives that support, like even if you're used to being the one that has to like keep everyone afloat or keep everyone happy, or, you know, it's okay to have someone else take care of that for a moment. It's very beautiful. So you can maintain the balance, not just, but you have to have the flow come back to you to re-energize you. So you can give out all the love, that infinite love to others, you know, as needed, and then being able to be comfortable and accepting of it when it comes back to you, you know, like that law of attraction, like it's going to come back to you, so let it come back. Let it flow back and fill your cup back up again. Alright, the next one is reconnect with, and it's the Five of Swords. I'm like, reconnect with what? I don't know. I'm thinking kind of like my higher truth in some way. I like how she has wings. It's like Isis. Above the dark thoughts, rising above all the fray of those, like the stress and anxiety of the world, and remembering my higher self and my true self. But let us read the message, because I'm, you know, I always look at the traditional Rider Waite. I look at this as like doing whatever it takes to win, winning at all cost. So realizing maybe that's ego talking, right? Maybe I don't have to challenge everything. That doesn't really resonate for me at this reconnect with. But okay, let's read the message. Let's go deeper into this. Okay. So, Five of Swords. It indicates a state of entrapment or negativity that has been self-inflicted. Through conflict, disagreements, or impulsive behavior, there has been an involuntary burdening of myself or others. It is important to step back and take a look at the bigger picture, put everything into perspective, and realize where your true priorities and truths lie. Are your opinions and views more important than your relationships? Ooh. Are you affecting other people's? Is your ambition coming from a place of love or fear? How can your words and actions transform this difficult situation? And the shadow message is a shift in negative energy to one of positive change. So a need for closure before being able to move forward. Fears associated with past traumas or memories. Unresolved issues. It could also be that others may not agree with the direction you are headed in. Stand strong and listen to your inner voice. Do not let the negative thoughts or opinions of others affect you. Wow, okay, that one resonates. Okay. Because I finally feel like I'm acting more from love. True, like, really, like, being connected to myself and not apologizing for myself anymore like I used to. So, do not let the negative thoughts or opinions of others affect you. So, reconnecting with. So, like, before, kind of like apologizing that I'm not, like, normal. Apologizing for not being normal and trying to fit into society's expectations, and even like the ones that are from like actual external people in my life or internal in my own head, the negative voices. But yeah, I like that. But also checking in with myself to make sure I'm always acting in accordance with like my heart, like my love, my emotional fulfillment, or the heart chakra. I'm being open. I am acting out of love in all my actions and not out of fear of others, not out of fear of my negative thoughts, not allowing negative thoughts to control or guide, like allowing something bigger than that, bigger than me, bigger than, you know, yeah, I mean the heart, right? It's like, this is heart chakra. Letting the heart guide. It's okay. The heart needs to be involved too. We do not make decisions based on negative thoughts or opinions, or based on past. You know, like heart chakra. So like closing yourself off. If you've gone through like a bad relationship, you know, you might be afraid to, you might be a little gun shy trying to get into a new relationship, right? So like maintaining the, I'll talk about this at the end with my crystals, but yeah, even if you've gone through a bad situation that's really hurt your heart and affected your heart chakra and made you feel like you needed to protect it and hide it, that closing yourself off is not going to protect it. It actually, like when you close your heart, closing your heart chakra, it cuts you off, not just from, and it doesn't just protect you from the negative things, it also protects you from feeling all the good as well, or connecting with all the beauty and love, like connecting with love, like with the Six of Crystals, connecting and the act of accepting, giving and receiving, accepting and receiving. Yeah, reconnecting with my heart. Hell, yes, yeah, reconnecting, like, what did I close off to protect myself in the past from, like, past traumas, to, like, allowing it, like, it is safe to be open again, knowing that it's okay to still be vulnerable, even though it's painful when it doesn't go well, but knowing that my heart's wisdom is there as well. It's not just, I'm not just, like, giving my heart away. We don't give our hearts away to be trampled upon, like trusting that it can still be open and that I'm strong enough to allow it to still be open and not shrink it back. Like, you know, that fetal position keeps you weak. It's a weak state, like being open, like having good posture, you know, but being open to receiving and open to giving love, just being open to love maintains, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess reconnecting, right? Yeah, don't close yourself off. Allowing myself, or myself and anyone else that needs to hear it, allowing ourselves to be reconnected with the relationships and with the world and with nature and everything. We don't stop loving to protect ourselves. It's like trying to cut out your heart just so you don't feel. You don't want to stop feeling. You need to feel. It's okay. You'll get through it. Anyway, sorry. Okay, next card. Well, I'll talk a little bit more about it at the end. But okay, so the next prompt is Find Happiness by the Hierophant. And wow. I'm just going to go ahead and read the message. This video is getting long, but yeah, Find Happiness by, right? The Hierophant, which is one of my Aura Soma bottles, by the way. Hierophant. Okay. So, this Find Happiness by. This indicates a wonderful time for you to explore new dreams, meet new people, or gain new insights and spiritual knowledge. This may also signify someone who has the potential to shift the course of your life path in order to bring enlightenment, wisdom, and truth. Do not limit yourself. Exploration is an important part of self-discovery. This may indicate pursuing new avenues of education or learning through formal training. The Hierophant may also suggest a need to connect with a unified consciousness, which may be spiritual nature, or within the conventions of a group. If you are searching for greater meaning at this time, think about what it is you would like to learn or change in your life. What activities can you explore that connect with your own mind, body, and spirit? So, I love this. Oh wow, and I'm looking at some of the crystals that they recommend. Wow, okay. Yeah, this is all about getting in touch. Yeah, I like this. I've been exploring all kinds of spiritual avenues as of late, or over the past year really, but it seems like one keeps leading into another in it, and I'm really enjoying it because I'm like, you know, kind of like a leapfrogging from one thing to another, but everything feels like it's taking me deeper and deeper into that connection with the divine that we all have and exploring it. So I love this, like allowing myself to learn new things and then taking on that wisdom and integrating that wisdom as well. So yes, spiritual pursuits have been very much so bringing happiness to me. Higher consciousness. All right, so and then we're going to, my prompt for the last one of this is forgive this. This is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands. Forgive this. Forgive myself for needing to shine my light, is what I'm thinking. But let's find out. forgive this. This is beautiful. So, the arrival of positive news. You're victorious and should be proud of your brilliant accomplishments. Your enthusiasm has paid off threefold. As you realize your limitless potential, there is nothing you cannot achieve, and others also recognize this in your strength. Creativity begins with connecting with your higher self. You have learned to harness this and are an inspiration to those around you. This card represents a harmonious state that comes from finding a healthy and comfortable balance in all areas of your life. Mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and spirit. I was thinking, oh, I'll save it, but okay. So, and the shadow message is, constructive planning is needed in order to move forward victoriously. Over-optimism may be subduing your efforts. Take some time to nurture your talents in order to manifest your dreams. So, forgiving that maybe I'm not where I want to be yet, but, forgiving wanting to, yeah, I still think, like, shining my light, like, stepping out and just letting myself be out there. Like, that's a big deal, right? That's, like, kind of scary. But, allowing myself to be creative, forgiving that I'm fearful of it, forgiving my fears about doing things that make me happy. Like, we're allowed to be happy. I'm allowed to do what I want. I have permission. I give myself permission to connect with my higher self and be happy in the things that are guiding me, or things that are being guided to me. And forgiving any hesitation on my part, any forgiveness, or any forgiving any feelings of lack of self-worth or not being good enough, and all that normal nasty self-talk. But yeah, forgiving that. It's okay to be doing your thing and stepping out and being unique, and that's for all of us. So with that said, so yeah, a lot of these cards kept referring back to mind, body, and spirit, taking care of ourselves, whether we're going through difficult times or we're in a really good place at the moment. Being comfortable with that, and taking, like, self-care and self-love in all those arenas. So with that said, like, a couple things I do for heart chakra. I mean, I guess it's for all the chakras, but yoga. I went to class yesterday. It had been forever and it was so good, but it just reminded me, like, oh my gosh, why don't I do this more often? This is amazing, even if it's just once a week. But anyway, so I really got into heart chakra when I got divorced a couple years ago, and I was so afraid. I was so afraid of shutting down, even though I think it was like a fear. It was a rational fear, but I don't think it really truly was a problem. Because let me show you. Well, first of all, I picked up a few green crystals in this process. I forgot what these are called. I cannot remember, but they're light green. Woohoo! They're light green. But, green for the heart chakra. But, and then yesterday, this one just called to me, my chrysocolla, which I've always been fascinated with this crystal, and I was actually trying to buy some celestite, but I have yet to connect with a piece of celestite, so I'm not gonna, like, I try not to force crystals. Like, if I'm in the mood to buy a crystal, I want to make sure I actually like it, not just, like, I need to connect with it. It needs to call to me in some way, big or little. But anyway, this is all about heart chakra and throat chakra. It's so beautiful. Oh, and I love it. It's like, I like those smooth stones. They feel so good. But the one thing I did get, so I got this is before I started really working with chakras, but through my divorce, I picked up this rose quartz. Even though it's not green, I think Ethany had talked about, like, green stones, like aventurine maybe, but chrysocolla, things like that, those are really, like, really heart-opening crystals. And then rose quartz is a little bit milder, but all I knew was, like, this is about unconditional love, self-love. I held on to this thing for, like, a year straight. Like, it was with me everywhere, by my bedside. And then also, like, when I was buying it, they're talking about, like, oh, this is good for chakra work because of the double ends. But I mean, I don't know, I tried. I don't know, I didn't go deep into it, but I just know, like, this crystal was like my little anchor for her during that whole process. I was like, must keep heart open. I am not going to let a really traumatic event shut me off from future love. So, yeah. And then obviously love relationships, but self-love too. Like, I'm going to continue loving myself. I'm going to continue. That was the first priority, right? Before I've talked about, relationships and things of that nature, but maintaining openness and love for oneself so you can love others. And even if you had bad breakups or bad relationships and you really just want beautiful love in your life, keeping that hope alive, like knowing it is out there for you and there's divine timing and all of that, but staying open to it, keeping the hope alive. And another thing I did, here, I have a candle burning in it right now, but I picked this up at Target, and this is also when I was going, I guess it might have been after I got divorced, but I knew there was someone out there for me, okay? And I did not know, I thought it might be a long time. I didn't know how long. I thought it was going to take years and years and years. I ended up meeting him much sooner than that, but he's amazing, by the way. But I used to light this candle every night when taking a bath, and just had it going. I just set my intention for love. Like, it was also like, just the intention, like all those little hearts glowing, and I had a beeswax candle in it every night. I just lit it every night. It was my little ritual, and it was like reminding me to love myself and to know love is out there for me. So all of that, and it was just a beautiful, it was just like a quick little thing I could do every night that kind of anchored me into that thought without having to like stress about it. Like, it's okay, I'm gonna love myself right now and know that there's someone out there for me. And it was a beautiful little ritual for myself. So I highly recommend, if you have like a symbol of love, like a candle is really nice for that. And then also, it's kind of also for grounding as well, but I grow tons and tons and tons. Well, I grow as many houseplants as I can. And moving kind of sucks, but for anyone out there who's not a green thumb, I would highly, if you say like nothing can survive, just try, go get a plant. Here, I'll show you this one. This one has been good in all sorts of environments. This is pothos, and I'm so happy. I love this one. I have a darker, they come in different shades and colors, but I really like this limelight. I think it's called limelight, but this, I like how vibrantly green it is. But I'll just put it down here for a second. But I was going to say, plants like this green color, something growing, something like things changing, something for you to take care of. And like pothos is super easy. Like, I water it like once a week, and it, it likes, just put it under the sink and just let it water flow. And the same if you do orchids. And I've only been in one house where orchids did so well for me, and like I could just grow them like gangbusters, even though I've been in other houses where they would die like instantly. I guess it just depends on the house, or the environment. But like, just experiment with plants and see like which kind does survive. And I highly recommend like whatever does survive, grow the crap out of it. But pothos seems to be really hardy. It does need a lot more water. And then succulents do as well. You like water them once a month, and you can get like really soft. I mean, there's all kinds of soft ones. I don't know where mine are at right now. They're not in here, but anyway, I just thought I would share that because growing plants and taking care of them, just as long as you know the water schedule. But yeah, orchids are super easy. Like, keeping them in a bathroom, if you try one out, and they bloom like once or twice a year, and you don't even have to fertilize them that often. Like mine, when the house I was in, that they could grow in really well. All I did was stick them under the sink, lit kind of like lukewarm water, just let it go, pass through, like take it out of its main pot and just let it pass through, just let water flow through it for like a few minutes. And then, you don't just like water it just a little bit, you let just put it under the faucet and let it flow, and water the whole thing, and then put it back in, and it's fine. You just want to make sure it gets plenty of moisture like once a week, plenty of water once a week. Not to sit in water, to let it flow through and drain out. But and the same with like all this pothos. But this grows well wherever, like in a bathroom, in a kitchen. It's grown well. This one's like the all-rounder. But anyway, there's my little green thumb, my Empress coming out. But I highly recommend. Plants are so freaking good. All my house is surrounded by plants and crystals. Those are my little knickknacks. Plants and crystals and candles. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, keeping hearts open. We not closing them off, because that closes you off from like divine love in all its forms, and love from others, and allowing yourself to be able to give love so you can reconnect. So beautiful. But anyway, have a great day.